Well, this is Dean Takahashi from GamesBeat. I'm here with Tommy Tallarico.
Hello, Dean. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for being the co-MC of our GamesBeat Summit
Hey,
2019.
when Dean asks, I jump at the chance. So.
That's our promo part. Okay.
Boom!
Tommy approves of GamesBeat.
Exactly.
All right. But you've been in the industry for decades here and spent quite a long time doing video games live. So tell us about it.
Yeah, so I've been in the industry 30 years now, and started out in game audio, doing a lot of the game music and game audio for many, many years. And then 17 years ago, I started Video Games Live, which is all the greatest video game music of all time, played by a full orchestra and choir, but completely synchronized to massive video screens and a stage show production, interactive elements with the crowd, rock and roll lighting, lasers. So I kind of like to describe it as having all the power and emotion of a symphony orchestra, but combined with the energy and excitement of a rock concert, mixed together with all the cutting edge visuals and technology and interactivity and fun that video games provide. And
these are like massive concerts.
Yeah. I mean, we've played to hundreds of thousands of people at one show. In fact, we hold the Guinness World Record for the biggest symphony show ever seen live. 752,000 people at one show in Beijing, China.
And it's like, culturally, for video games, it's like the most, say, ambassadorial thing that's ever happened to video games.
Yeah, I mean, that's the the reason I created this show is I wanted to prove to the world how culturally significant and artistic video games have become. And that's the thing, is the way I create the show and present the show is that you don't have to know anything at all about video games in order to come out and really appreciate the music and follow along with the visuals. So some of the greatest letters that we get after a show aren't from the hardcore gamers. It's from the moms who brought the neighborhood kids saying, you know what, I went to this thing, I brought my kids, or I brought my boyfriend or husband, and I don't really play games, but I brought them, and oh my gosh, I couldn't believe how amazing these characters are. These graphics were and the music so emotional and beautiful. I get it now. Now I know why my kids are so much into video games. That's the big win.
And that's been so successful for you. You've also been able to go behind another venture in a big way. It's Intellivision.
That's right. Well, a lot of the things that I've learned through Video Games Live about presenting games to people who aren't typically hardcore gamers is we're kind of using those sensibilities within television as well. So we're coming out with a brand new machine next year. 10/10/2020 is the release date. And the differentiator for our machine, as opposed to all the other consoles out there, is that we're completely just focused on family and friends getting together, simple gameplay, simple games where people can play in a room together. When me and you were growing up, we always used to play games together with our friends, with our family. There was no such thing as a gamer.
And Intellivision was the first game console that my brother and I owned.
That was it, really? Okay. Were you in the Astro Smash?
We had to otherwise go to our friend's house
to play the Atari, right? Yeah. Exactly. It was Atari and Intellivision back then. Yeah. And it's funny because we have 4 people at the company who've been there since 1981. Still, so it's still the same company, but that's what we want to do, is we want to bring, we see this major gaping hole in the video game industry, which is, there's not a lot of non-gamers and people coming together to play video games anymore. They're all playing board games now, and we're basically picking up where we left off 13 years ago. Can you believe it was that long ago? 13 years ago. But and that's kind of the whole genesis of our system is bringing people together. Simple games that anyone can pick up and play, and that I want to play games with my dad again, and I can't play Madden football anymore, with my dad. He can't even turn the PlayStation 4 on. Where's that button? It's hidden. I don't know where it is. But no, this is a great event you've been putting on, and I always tell people who are looking to get into the video game industry, they say, can you give us any tips? You do these talks and stuff, and I always say the most important thing is to network. That's the most important thing to get into the video game industry, is you got to meet the people, because, and you know this from being in so long.
This is the place to network.
And this is it. And GamesBeat Summit is so incredible because you know, it's not like a game developers conference where there's 17, 20,000 people. It's not like E3 where there's 200,000 people. You're talking about, you know, hundreds of people here, very exclusive. But you have Phil Harrison, VP of Google and the Stadia. You have Nolan Bushnell, creator of Atari, and you know, Chuck E. Cheese walking around. You have Ed Freeze, one of the founders of the Xbox, and they're all here.
And we have all of Tommy Tallarico's orchestral music.
And there you go, exactly. We donated some Video Games Live music for the walk-on and music, of course, too. But I think this is the great thing that you've created here, is you've gotten all the, because you're so well known in the industry and one of the greatest journalists of and I'm not just saying that, but because I've told you this 1,000 times, you know, a real journalist, and that's what our industry needs, is real journalism, not just somebody with a YouTube channel or a Twitch stream. You know, you embody what real journalism is, you know, and we need more of that. And so, you know, all these people here, and to bring them together and to have these super high level discussions. I mean, I would really seriously recommend anyone who is interested in you know, getting up the ladder in the game industry, this is a place to come, because you can meet all the people who are successful at doing what you're trying to do.
Well, thank you. I'm blushing now, and we did not pay Tommy to say
No, he did not. No, but I am going to steal one of these orange juices. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate it. Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you.